All right, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Regretfully, we can't be in person, but hopefully we can enjoy getting an update on our community and our businesses through Zoom today. So I know that we're all kind of zoomed out at this point. So I thought it would be fun to start today with a little game or a little quiz. So if you could navigate to Menti, menti.com, and then it will ask you to enter a code. Use the code 4897387. And I'm going to go ahead. We're just going to do the first question is going to be for fun, just to make sure that everyone's on board with the game. And I'm just going to imagine all of you smiling and laughing as we do this, since I can't see you. All right. So on your device, a question should have popped up. And it says, what is your favorite holiday treat? So go ahead and pick your favorite holiday treat. And we'll just make sure that this is working. Oh, good, it's working. All right, sugar cookie is winning. Oh, peanut butter with a kiss is coming in hot. All right. Look at that, peanut butter kiss is winning. Okay, good, it's working, great. All right, so now we're gonna get to the very important questions. The next question is very hard, but it is very important that you answer it correctly, because we will use this question in order to award today's winner. So what are you playing for? You are playing for a Clear Lake ornament gift set today. So whoever wins today is going to get a Clear Lake ornament gift set. So we're going to move to the next question. Make sure you answer this really hard question accurately. What's your name? This is the best way for me to collect who's playing. So enter your name, and then this will help me when we go to the actual real questions, find out who our winner is today. Just give you a second to enter here. Got about half of the people who are on the call playing. Oh, more than half now. Oh, look at that. And then you can see who's all here too. All right, I think we're good. Okay, again, I mentioned we're all zoomed out. So throughout today's call, there were going to be 3 phrases that Trish is going to be listening for. And every time those phrases are mentioned, she is going to make a tally. So the next 3 questions are essentially your guesses as to how many times someone will say one of these phrases on today's call. All right, so the first phrase is, how many times will someone say the phrase, "You're muted" today? Give you a second to all answer. Oh, 12, oh my gosh. Do we even have that many speakers on the lineup today? All right, here they come in. 12, my goodness, we have little faith in the group here today. All right, next question. How many times will someone say the phrase, "Can you hear me"? And before everyone got on, Trish, Doug G did say that one time. All right, 0. I love the faith. Okay, final question. How many times will someone say the phrase, "Yes, I can hear you"? This will likely highly correlate to the previous question. Nice. All right, thanks for playing along. Okay, like I said, Trish will be, she will be calculating all of your answers, and she will be announcing the winner this afternoon once we have the opportunity to count and line up with your presentation. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. As I mentioned in the email that I sent out with the link to today's meeting, just figured it would be a better experience if we minimize distractions. So that's why I've asked everyone to mute and keep their cameras off. In the upper right-hand corner, if you are on a desktop, you can change to speaker mode. And what that will do is it will make the speaker really big on your screen. And that might, help you enjoy the experience a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with just a quick chamber update before we get into the meat of today's agenda. So first of all, it's really hard to believe that we are wrapping up 2020. I've said this a few times to my team and to a few others, that it's been the fastest, yet the shortest year ever. And I just want to start by saying that we are really grateful to be serving this community. While 2020 has been challenging and has thrown a lot of curveballs our way, I thought it would be nice as we have our final quarterly coffee to highlight a few of the silver linings that have come out of 2020. Back when the pandemic started, we had one of our chamber members do a t-shirt campaign, and on that t-shirt and those sweatshirts, it said, "Together we rise." And that really became our mantra for the year. And I just start off by highlighting our Vision North Iowa collaboration. So Vision North Iowa is a partnership of the chambers, both Mason City and Clear Lake cities, the Main Street Mason City, the North Iowa Corridor Economic Development Corporation, the John Papa John Entrepreneurial. And when everything changed in March, that Vision North Iowa group came together to serve our business community in a way that I don't know that they have collaborated or we have collaborated before. We just worked really hard to connect businesses with the resources that they needed to survive the next what now is 9 months. And we'll continue to work together, especially as new relief packages come out, to make sure that we're still serving and providing all of that information that you guys need to continue on with your business. The second silver lining, I would say, is that the pandemic forced businesses to get creative in terms of how they reach their customers. So we had to get creative in how we execute virtual events and all of the things that we do, but watching our business community get creative and how they serve customers was really fun, whether it was ramping up their social media efforts, revamping websites. Clear Lake even had a emergency beer hotline where you could get beer delivered, a cookie ATM so you could have cookies 24/7. It just was really nice to see our local businesses rise to the occasion of such a challenge and continue to serve our great community. And then the third thing I would say was the third silver lining I want to highlight is just community pride. I think that in my 15 years of living here in Clear Lake, haven't seen the type of local pride that we've seen come out of the pandemic. Right now, we're seeing our North Iowans rally around shopping local, buying local, dining local, remembering local, thinking local first. And I think that is a huge highlight in this year, and hope it continues into the future. Just a few other things I want to highlight before I pass it on to Doug G. We do have our Countdown to Christmas social media campaign going on right now. Shout out to Clear Lake Connected. So there are two high school girls who started a social media management company, and they are actually helping us with that initiative and going out and getting the pictures and posting them on social media. So if you're not following the Chamber Facebook page, you should. They've got lots of great last minute Christmas shopping ideas that they're posting up there. We also created a Shop Local Clear Lake Facebook group. It has over 1,000 members already, and it's just a spot where you as chamber members can share updates and information, products, services, deals, sales, that kind of thing. Just another way for you to be able to expand your reach. As we look ahead to 2021, we do have our annual meeting and awards presentation scheduled for January 26th. We're still working through the details on how exactly that event is going to take place, whether it's in person, whether it's hybrid, whether it's virtual. So stay tuned for details on that. But we are opening up nominations for our 4 different awards through December 31st. So those 4 awards are Education Partner of the Year, Larry Luker Volunteer of the Year, the North Iowa Service Award, and then of course the Business of the Year. We'll get those nomination forms posted on our Facebook page and emailed out to our membership, so you guys can think about who or what business would be qualified to receive such an award. And then just last but not least, we have our Light Up Clear Lake competition going on right now. So there were over 50 entries of houses and businesses lighting up their houses. You can still vote for the People's Choice Award on our Facebook page through Sunday, I believe. So through Sunday, and then all of the award winners will be announced in the Mirror Reporter on Wednesday. And then finally, I'm sure the thing you're most interested in is Santa, right? So Santa will be on the trolley tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock down at City Park. He's going to head out on North Shore, weave his way through some neighborhoods out that direction before wrapping all the way back around on South Shore. So he'll start that at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So get your kids outside. We've got the map posted on our Facebook page and have them wave at Santa. So that's all I have for my update. Up next, we have Doug G with the Clear Lake Community School District, who will be providing an update on how they've been serving our community.
Good morning, everyone. And I'm not going to help those people that guessed high on some of those things. So for me, I just want to be thankful for those people that work for our school district. Well, our staff has really, through this pandemic, been phenomenal. They have just stepped up, and that's from our teachers to our nurses to central office staff, our IT department, bus drivers. I mean, you name it, they've just really pulled together in a time that it's been somewhat challenging, you know, and there's been a lot of districts that have really struggled through this pandemic and staying in school. And we have been able to stay in school, you know, every day, 5 days a week with 100% of our kids, other than those that have chosen to be virtual, that have, other than the 2 days before Thanksgiving break. And at that time, it was really a much needed time for our staff to really kind of regroup and get into this last 3 weeks here. And I think if somebody would have said to us at the beginning of the year, you know, you're going to be able to make it through every single day from August to December and not have to, you know, go to some type of virtual option, I probably would have said, you're crazy. So I'm really thankful for that. You know, it's just, Clear Lake is truly a special place. Not only have we had the staff, but our community support has been phenomenal. From the businesses to the parents to the people who just stepped up and said, hey, what can you, how can we help the school and how can we help support them? And that's just been great for us. A few updates on our projects. You know, obviously we're, you know, heavy into this bond referendum. It was just almost a year ago, we passed that $18 million bond referendum. Lions Field is just about totally complete. Clear Creek secure entrance is completed. The greenhouse is done. The new seating and lighting in E.B. Stillman has been completed. They're making great progress on the Wellness Center. If you haven't been out by there, the walls are up and it's kind of neat to see. And it's just really cool. I was out there standing in the middle of that thing the other day and just to see how enormous that place is going to be. And it's just really going to be a neat thing to be there. So looking forward to that. We're planning our gym vestibule entrance along with some collaborative spaces, and those will go out to bid here in January or actually probably February. And we'll start on those this spring and summer. So again, great things happening from those projects. From the school standpoint, you know, we continue to grow in enrollment, which is really kind of, again, a testament to the great things happening. Over 90% of the school districts in Iowa, and actually even more if you take the whole United States, saw a decrease in enrollment this year. But Clear Lake actually grew by 34 students served, and I call that butts in the seat. Over the last 2 years, our served enrollment has grown by 81 students. Our open enrollment this year grew by 50 students. Our open enrollment has grown by 110 students. And those are just, you know, school or kids that have come from another, live in another community that choose to come to Clear Lake. And that's probably the ultimate testament of, you know, a school district that people want to be a part of. And so I think that's a really cool thing, you know, for us. And if you remember, one of the visions I had was that we would have a school that provided such a great experience that kids would want to, or parents would be willing to drive their kids 50 miles to get to Clear Lake. And we're not to that point yet, but we're getting close to where people really want to be here and be a part of the school district. Some of the neat things and reasons why they're coming, our computer science program continues to expand. Robert Stow, our teacher, has just been invited by the governor to be part of a computer science work group for the state to study computer science and the benefits of that in the state and country and job market. We were just awarded a model PLC at Work district nomination, which is a huge process to go through. And there's only 22 school districts in the United States and Canada that have that distinction. There's about 200 and some school buildings, or actually schools that have it as far as in their school. So a great thing for our kids and our staff to be a part of that. And that really just epitomizes our new mission statement to ensure high level learning for all. And we've developed that guaranteed and viable curriculum, and where a parent, if they were to ask, what is it that my students going to learn, we can say, these are the things that we guarantee that all students that come into our, that are in this class or subject are going to learn by the end of the year, and they're going to learn them at a high level. So a lot of great things happen at Clear Lake. I just, again, want to thank the community, the parents, the people in the community. It is truly, truly a pleasure for me to serve as a superintendent of a community like this. There just really isn't any other place I've found that's like Clear Lake. So thank you all for that. And I'm looking forward to a 2021.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? All right, up next we have Nelson Crabb, the mayor of the city of Clear Lake. Nelson. Should I say it?
No. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the week in which we heard that the COVID-19 vaccine is being delivered to Iowa. Hallelujah. At some point over the next 3 to 6 months, many of us hopefully will have the opportunity to choose to get the shot in the arm or not. What a crazy 2020. Certainly a survival test for us all, knowing full well that many did not survive, including friends and family. In fact, we had former employee John Marino, who had been here well over 30 years, retired, but John died from a result of the COVID, and our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to his family. Here's a short synopsis of 2020, some significant achievements in the city and what city staff has been working on despite the pandemic. Projects, you've heard this many, many times, but the wonderful Marriott Hotel and Conference Center is going up. The hotel will hold 85 folks, Conference Center 450, $13 million project. The Raqqa Economic Development Project out there on East Highway 18, 122, and North 35th Street. That's a move from just this side of Caterpillar there, going to Mason City and Highway 18 to the area I just spoke about. The Clear Lake Wellness Center project, what a fantastic collaboration, cooperative effort with City Council and the Clear Lake School Board. That doesn't happen in every community where those two government entities actually sit down, work things out, and most importantly, get things done. We have had, to this point, 35 building permits for new single-family dwellings in this community. That's unheard of in history. Normally, at this time of the year, it's between 20 and 24. We also have an additional new residential subdivision under development. The City Beach Enhancement Project this past late spring, early summer with the splash pad. That's maybe my favorite. That's just a wonderful, wonderful area now. planned out by RDG out of Des Moines. Some great contractors are on that. Peterson Construction out of Webster City, who also owner has a home here in Clear Lake. Well done. And one thing which we are just now beginning to work on is that this icon, the seawall, built in 1936, and needs a little help at this point. And so we have a restoration group coming in, and that will all be restored, hopefully to pretty much how it was back in 1936. That's a real icon for this community. We have boat decontamination stations now, both at Touristville and at McIntosh. The second Quick Star has gone up, and that's kind of a social media joke anymore when there's a vacant lot. Well, what's going up there? And people go, oh, not another Quick Star. Well, that's fine with us. They are wonderful, wonderful people to work with, family owned, and just a great business in our community. Reconstruction of Main Street from 14th to 20th. Just the other night, I went down because they put new lights on it. Not only is it very, very smooth now, but very, very picturesque, especially at night. More work yet to be done on that in the spring, which is the sidewalks. And, you know, as Doug has alluded to, many, many wonderful school facility improvement projects. We certainly didn't do them, but we like the addition of that to our community. That Lions Field is just unbelievable. I'm sure for the kids to play on, but also for the adults to watch these young people perform. Some recent and future projects, the Panther builders out of Cedar Falls are presently, as we speak, putting up 8 new 3-story apartments, market rate, on South 15th Street. The city is purchasing the property across the street from those, which is where presently the county garages are. That's hopefully will take place late spring. And in that, we will develop a park to complement the aquatic center that's already there. And in it, those will be the for everybody plays equipment. As you know, as many of us know, there has been a private group that has been collecting funds probably over the past 2 years for that. That will be in that particular park. We also have, or are in the process of purchasing the area where Woodford lumber buildings presently are, and that will be for an expansion of the library. And we're looking at that down the road in the future. We will certainly get a consultant to come and talk with us about what do libraries look like today. And it's more than just books and recordings and things like that. And it will be, how does that fit the community present and in the future. We've had a very, very strong interest in the Courtway Place lots out there on Highway 18 east of the interstate. Another interesting story that we've had over the past few weeks is the Dolly James developers who purchased the Sunset School area, and they have recently just leased that school building to Clear Lake Classical, a private school here in Clear Lake. And Monday, City Council will take action on rezoning of that property to RS8. I also want to say, and perhaps Lori will speak on that, it's very, very close, very, very soon now, in a few weeks, the surf will be designated as a national landmark. And she certainly knows more about that than I do, but that definitely will put the surf and the city of Clear Lake on the map. I really like that facility. That's really great. And wherever you go, you talk about Clear Lake, a lot of people will say, oh, the surf. There's also much interest right now, and I believe this will grow and grow. And my prediction is that the next 5 years, commercial and residential property will, I hate to use the word explode, but it's going to expand a lot. As always, we learn from our past experiences, we act in the present, and we plan excuse me, for the future. Most importantly, you, members of the chamber staff and all chamber members are key in this community growth that we are seeing and will continue to see. You know, stay positive, be positive, share that positive attitude with your fellow Clear Lakers. And to all of you, finally, have a great Christmas and definitely this year, a healthy new year. Be safe. And we got to remember this weekend, go Hawkeyes, go Cyclones, and always go Lions. That's Clear Lake Lions, Flory, not the Detroit Lions. Have a good one, everybody.
Thanks, Nelson. All right, up next, we have Chad Schreck of the North Iowa Corridor Economic Development Corporation. Morning, Chad.
Good morning, and thank you, Stacy. And I every time I get to hear you guys talk, and I got to ask you, can hear me, right? I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Sally, Trish.
I just get fired up every time I get to hear from Stacy and Doug and Nelson. We just have so much to be proud of. We're so fortunate to have such strong leaders in this community because they keep things moving forward. You know, times got tough this year, and just the response across the community was incredible. And I know I'm really proud to have worked with you guys. Thank you all for just your leadership and your ability to stay positive through this, because it was a challenging year, and we all had to go through a lot of things, and it was not easy, but you guys persevered and really kept our community going. And I think it's just a great testimony to what this community is, what it's made of, and that we do have a bright future. So just wanted to give you guys a few updates on some things that we're working on and what we're seeing. Just one easy economic indicator that we track a lot. And if you've been in a meeting with me lately, you've heard me say it, but our county got back down to 2.9% unemployment rate in the last report. This time last year, the same time last year, we were at 2.2%. So almost back to where we were pre-pandemic. So really, again, we've been really fortunate. Our businesses have stayed strong through this. That 2.9% compares to 3.6% of the state. So we're doing better than the rest of the state, and certainly better than the national averages. So we've maintained stability, and our businesses have, again, they've responded well. They've been able to manage through this. And again, we're really fortunate. Every year around this time, we do job counts. We get a hold of our top 10 employers in Mason City, Clear Lake, the county, and just try to get an idea what the trends are looking like. And really happy to say that amongst those employers, large majority maintained or even added or increased their employment counts. Very few that actually lost, and the ones that did drop down in numbers were very small, and single digits. So very positive on that front as well. Now, all of you know, especially anyone with a small business, that this has been a bigger hit on the small businesses, especially retail and restaurants and hospitality, certainly. So those are areas that we need to continue to help. As Stacy noted, I mean, it's never been more important to shop local. If you have some of that last minute shopping to do for Christmas, don't order it on Amazon if you don't have to. Please do what you can to support a local business. You have no idea how much it means to them. I've just heard this week from a few that are kind of at their wits' end and are teetering and on that brink of having to decide, do I go forward? I think the quote was, do I continue or do I just go deeper and deeper into debt? And it's not an easy spot to be in. So certainly be thinking of them and where you can support them. I think Debbie Durham, the IEDA director, I heard her in an interview say, this is the year to overspend. If there's ever been a year to overspend and overshop, responsibly, but this is the year, and hopefully with our local businesses. So, and I know you've been getting beat over the head with that, but really can't state it enough, because I know it's easy. We all fall into the trap of clicking and ordering something, but so encourage you to do that. Also, some good news from Alliant here recently. It sounds like our electric and gas rates might be dropping 1 to 2% for the coming year, which I know not a huge number, but it's way better than the alternative of going up a percent or two. So something for home and business owners to look forward to, at least a little bit. On that note, on helping our businesses, there are some funding opportunities available. And so again, if you fall into this category, the NIACOG, our North Iowa Area Council of Governments, has a new loan program for 0% interest up to $115,000. Actually, we were able to get them the first application they had for a potential Clear Lake business. I don't think I can announce them yet, but let's say that over the next couple of months and into this coming year, there's going to be a really cool downtown project that will be a really neat amenity and destination place, I think, for the community and probably for the region. So on the funding side, though, like I said, $115,000 loan, 0% interest. If you are interested in that, please get a hold of me, or you can get through to me from Stacy. But a really good program that the COG has been able to get through federal funds. Again, and that can be for any type of business project. It's very open-ended at this point. They're just looking for applications. They want to get those dollars out. We also have the North Iowa Corridor Revolving Loan Fund, and we have two funds. One that's for small businesses that can go up to $10,000, and another one that can go for significantly larger amounts, but just depending on the project scale. And the bigger one is usually more job focused, but in light of everything, we're trying to get a little bit more lenient on that so we can help people where they need it. But again, please contact me if you know of a business, if you have a business that's in need of that kind of thing right now. And then, as I mentioned, if there's a business that you have or you're aware of that is really getting to that danger point, that danger zone, we do still have around $50,000 left in our small business recovery fund. So if there is anything that needs help that's in that dire situation, please contact us. We definitely want to be reaching out to businesses that really need that. And if it could make a big difference right now, we're trying to target whatever those remaining dollars are, where they're most needed. Just want to touch on a few other efforts. And like Stacy mentioned, our Vision North Iowa team, I think, was really critical and essential this year. We have a lot of things that are ongoing right now. Right now, one that Stacy's helping lead is our marketing effort. And they're doing some really cool things to do some focus group activities to determine, and they're doing these focus groups with new people that moved to the area within the last year, and trying to determine what were they looking for when they came, what kind of information helped them make their decision, what kind of information couldn't they find that they really wish they could have. And we're trying to put that together so that we can do a better job of marketing to our people and marketing to people from outside the area and sharing our story. Because even in light of COVID, we had the huge unemployment numbers for a few months there. And like I said, they've come back. We're almost back to normal. Workforce continues to be our #1 struggle as a region and really as a state. We need to make sure that we do have that talent pool and that we are attracting people. And we're doing a lot of efforts on that. And really, again, thanks Stacy for her work in that effort. We got some cool things happening with web and video marketing that will continue to be rolling out here in the next couple of months and throughout the year. We also are doing a digital economy assessment, and this has been a really cool process. We're trying to determine how well is our community situated and ready to do that next big tech startup. How do we get that next Kingland Corporation? How do we get that next TeamQuest? How do we get the next dealer built, and continue to support those and attract tech workers and attract and help our students. Doug didn't mention today, but if you listen to Doug, the school is doing some really cool things in computer science. He did mention the teacher that got recognized or is on that board. So a lot of cool things in our community. We've got a great infrastructure. We've got great assets. And we want to be at the forefront of tech because that is the future of the economy. And we know that, and it's really the present, right? So how do we make sure our students are getting access to that? How do we make sure that we are attractive to those kind of businesses and have the ecosystem to help them start up? So working through that right now, going to have a report on that assessment this coming week. And then we're going to try to work from there on developing a plan forward and what we can do to build on the strengths we've got and again, assess any weaknesses. So really excited about that. Also, last year, if you remember, we did a Vision North Iowa State of North Iowa event in January. Again, like Stacy said with the annual meeting, we're kind of putting that on hold. But what we are going to do in lieu of that for now is a video that's going to highlight all of those things that we discussed. All the things that the community did this year to get through the pandemic, whether it's the gift card program the chamber did that was so successful, the small business recovery fund that the cities and county and us all partnered on. The Papa John Center did their helpline for businesses. Just a ton of things that everybody came together to do and support each other. And we're going to have that video that will just really highlight those things. And again, just should be a point of pride. And I think is something that we can show people what makes us different, what makes this area special, and how we pull together. So really looking forward to that. And finally, I guess just a few project things. We've continued to see some positive lead development. Holiday season, actually like normal, things usually slow down. But throughout June through August, September, we really saw a lot of interest in our area. And I think it's because people are starting to see, and businesses are seeing how we've done, right, and how we've handled this. And that we have that foundation. We have a firm and stable base that, we don't experience these major swings that some other areas do. We didn't experience the social unrest or things of that nature. And that's really been highlighted more than ever what we have to offer. So we can use this time as a springboard, as an opportunity to continue forward, to bring in new opportunities, to bring in business, to bring in people. And I think that's something that we just need to continue to work through together. Like Nelson said, we got a plan for the future, and continue to work together to do that more effectively every day. So just, again, really proud to work with all of you, really proud of our community and what we've been able to accomplish this year. And looking forward to a great 2021.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.
Chad mentioned a couple things. He dropped the Kingland name, and he also talked about sharing your story, which leads nicely into our CEO report today. I'm really excited to welcome Eric and Doug of Renovo Media Group. They're working in partnership with Kingland on some exciting projects, and they're going to share about those today.
Hey, just making sure you can see us.
Hello.
There we go.
I can
There it
see
goes.
you.
Playing with a fancy new camera here, so we'll see how
I
this
see
goes.
myself again too.
I know.
Good.
This is Eric Groth,
Good
our
morning.
CEO. I'm Doug Tooke, and Eric will kind of get started for us.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a treat. Stacy, Doug, Nelson, and Chad, thank you for your reports and sharing. It's a wonderful way for us to continue to get to know the community and continue to be really glad that we're a part of it and glad for our future. We've got a new venture. We're really thrilled. Certainly Kingland has been in Clear Lake for a while. But Kingland Systems has now added on a kind of a new division we call Renovo Media Group. And leading up to that, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a history of who we are and what we're doing. So as Doug said, I'm Eric Groth. We founded a not-for-profit in 2005 called Outside the Box, ODB Films. And for the first 10 or 12 years, our focus was producing really, relevant content specifically for Catholic teens. So short form content to be used in church programs, conferences, events, retreats, you name it. And so in that span, we created about 250 short films that we really disseminated and got out online for youth ministers, youth workers to use, just to have resources to use with their teens. And that kind of evolved for us into doing, not intentionally falling in, not planning to fall into the feature film space, but it did lead us to being able to do that. And so in 2015, we produced our first feature film called Full of Grace, which led us to one many of you may have seen. We had the privilege of partnering with Sony Pictures. And in March 2018, we produced a film that released in 1,500 theaters around the United States and all over the world called Paul, Apostle of Christ. It was a $6 million film. We were blessed to have it do 17 million in the US box office and another 11 million around the world, and probably up to 30 million between home entertainment and everything to date. So it was such a privilege and a joy for us to produce content for us that really helped people engage deeper, to walk deeper in their faith, and to really reflect on what it means to be a human being, a person. We've also produced documentary series. We did a series called Restored Stories of Encounter. That was what we did in 2019. Just a wonderful 6-part documentary on people who are just really living out their faith in the world and in creative and relevant ways, and really focusing on works of mercy. So that kind of launched us into the desire to do take beyond just the small short film space, but to do more bigger scope projects. And on the heels in March of 2018, when Paul released in the theaters, I had the privilege, and it was a best friend of mine growing up. I had reconnected with, and he happened to have a cousin, actually his wife's first cousin, a guy named David Kingland, who was doing some things in the film space, kind of not as the main work, but on the side. And we were able to connect and meet and talk, and spent the last couple of years just kind of envisioning and dreaming and planning for what Renovo Media Group could and would be, which, as crazy as 2020 has been for all of us, I'm excited that we're able to start and launch this project. Some new hope in 2020 for us, certainly, and hopefully for a lot of people. Doug is our VP of Mission and Creative Direction, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about some of the kinds of things we're going to be producing.
Sure. Renovo means to renew, restore, and revive. We thought it was a pretty great name for what we could bolt onto the Kingland name to create content that's designed for families, but it's also designed to just show truth and beauty and bring hope to media. We're not sure anyone needs to be brought to that realization more than Hollywood. So we want to be a vehicle that we can bring people back into a good, healthy media. We have almost 4 projects that are kind of developing. We're not attached to the famous Clear Lake movie that's been in the newspapers.
Not yet.
That's not ours. That's another company that's wanting to tell the Buddy Holly story. But we're primarily focusing on television right now with the purpose of getting it onto streaming services. Possibly the big 7, the ones that everyone knows, that kind of Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, Disney Plus space. But there's also a lot of other ways to get media out there. A show about a small town and a small town newspaper and a family. A show about a young woman who's very skilled in the math and sciences, that does all kinds of adventures and crime solving. A show about a craft brewery that brings a town together, and potentially a feature that has a holiday feel to it. All of those are in development currently, which is somewhat overwhelming because we're not a very big company, but we have been living online with writers and showrunners that have pretty incredible acumen, folks that were attached to famous television shows that really have wanted to kind of create opportunities for truth and beauty to come out in media. And it's nice to have the financial foundation to be able to explore those folks. So we're in a stage right now where the year, as it wraps up, going into 2021 will be a lot of writing, but potential production as early as mid-March, and then another principal photography in June, and potentially another in September, and then potentially another in November. So we're sort of bulk calendaring what our filming and production is going to look like for the coming year. Something that I think is probably one of the most important things is the way that we connect with the local community. We are both small town folks. Eric comes from the suburbs of Chicago. I come from Helena, Montana. And we've had the opportunity to meet with a couple of business owners, and it's just been an overwhelming delight. When you bring film productions to a small town, it's really important to make sure that there's good bonds and relationships with the police force and the fire department and small businesses, and gathering as many extras as possible that want to be a part of your projects and have it be a fairly harmonious experience as opposed to sort of an invading experience. And we know that with our small town mindset and our leadership, we're going to be able to do that well. And the second part of that is to celebrate the culture of small town. The folks that we've already heard from this morning, I'm just so enamored with their personalities and just the down home comfort that they have in communicating with the chamber, and we share that. That's our heart as well. Is to never poke fun at the Midwestern culture. We live in that culture and we love it and we want to celebrate it. So everything we do in media is to celebrate the good name of good schools and good local government and good industry and how it helps families. And we're just getting started. I'm not sure anybody else is getting started in 2020. That might have been a poor decision, but we're doing it anyway. And we're having a blast doing it. We're thankful for the opportunity to meet each one of you. What a pleasure.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that too. We had the privilege of meeting Bob at Lake Time and Brad over at Cabin Coffee. And, you know, our heart is really people first and then product. And we really want this to be something over the years that Clear Lake, that Renovo Media Group, that this television, this company that produces TV content, movie content, that Clear Lake can look and say, hey, this is ours. This is something we do together. And so we look forward to reaching out and setting up meetings. And our hope is to bring you here, you know, when COVID will allow for that to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We have beautiful studio space here, production studio, post-production studio. We'd love to host a luncheon and just maybe show you guys some things. But look for us to reach out to you, business owners and people in the community, because we really want you to know that we're here to create a great product. To do something to bring something together into the world. And we want it to be about something that we do together, share together. We're hoping that we can bring revenue into town. The Marriott going up is music to our ears because bringing in cast and crew and having places to put people is really important. And we've been looking at the VRBOs and other things as we roll into that space. And you know, we're hoping that people will be hitting the coffee shops and the restaurants and all the things that we can help kind of just foster and bolster this beautiful community that you guys have. So thank you, Stacy, for the opportunity for us to be able to kind of share a little bit of the story, and we look forward to building this together.
Indeed.
Thanks so much for sharing, guys. I know that when we met, it was music to my ears when you talked about how you wanted to celebrate small town. And I mentioned that no better community than Clear Lake to embrace what you guys are doing and just to be really proud to showcase our community maybe on a bigger scale. So thank you for sharing. Welcome to Clear Lake, and we look forward to seeing and hearing more about what you guys are up to. All right, so now we're moving into the more rapid fire portion of today's agenda. We're going to start with new employee introductions and promotions. So first up, we have Mark Dodd from One Vision. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
And he will be providing a new introduction for us.
Yeah, thank you, Stacy, for the opportunity. So it is my pleasure to be able to introduce to you Mario Van Dyke as the new Chief Financial Officer at One Vision. I am very excited about Mario joining the organization. He has over 20 years of experience in senior financial positions across a variety of industries. And so he started on November 9th, and so he's been here just over a month. And he started at a time where there are a lot of fiscal year-end activities and calendar year-end activities. And so my hope is that we are able to get out and have individual meetings with a number of those of you on the chamber that we have strong relationships with, and so maybe in the first quarter of next year that'll happen. I do want to give just a few minutes here to Mario to introduce himself a little bit more and to say hello. So Mario, turn it over to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's hard to... Hello? This is one of those questions. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good morning, everyone. It's hard to believe it's already been a month since I joined One Vision. So far, I'm very pleased to be here. One of the reasons I came on board was the mission of the company. And I haven't been disappointed so far. It's a good team. There's a lot of good people over here. And it's a very good challenge to get started on. As you may hear, I do have a slight accent. So originally I am from the Netherlands. Came here a long time ago, and I've been living in Southeast Iowa for the past 25 years. So mostly working for for-profit companies, but I've had some involvement in non-profit organizations, either be on the board or be directly involved in that. It is a challenging time with COVID, but I certainly hope that in the next couple months, I get to meet some of you guys, and I really look forward to that.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. All right, up next on the agenda is Mark Young of Clear Lake Bank and Trust, and he has a couple of promotions he will be announcing.
Thanks, Stacy. Definitely my pleasure to be here with everybody this morning. As you hear the news from others as how we navigated the COVID pandemic and everything, I bring some exciting news from our organization, 2 promotions. The first being Natalie Pleggy, was recently promoted to Vice President in our business banking department. Natalie has been with us since 2010, starting as a credit analyst, received a couple promotions within that period of time. And Natalie has really established herself as our SBA expert within our business banking department. And kind of as Chad alluded, you know, SBA is one of the things that adds stability to our business environment here in Clear Lake, and Natalie has done a great job leading that effort for the bank. She currently manages a portfolio that's around 40 million and has just done an excellent job this last year navigating through the pandemic, and I'll touch a little bit, and she's going to later, on the PPP program that she has worked with. Josh Thompson also received a promotion to Vice President in the business banking department. Josh has been with us since 2011, actually starting as an intern here with the bank in our teller line, graduated from UNI in May of 2014, recently received his MBA, and started out with us in the business banking department as a credit analyst as well, and has received several promotions over his time with us. And like I said, most recently promoted to Vice President in the business banking department, manages a portfolio of just over 40 million. One thing I really want to highlight with both Josh and Natalie, they have been very instrumental in implementing our PPP program that many of you are aware of in the small business community this past year. A lot of extra hours put into that, and it really did, and Natalie will touch on this as I mentioned earlier, it really did add a lot of stability to our business community, and we were very glad to do that for a lot of current customers and some prospective customers. So thanks for the opportunity to announce these promotions.
Well-deserved promotions, and Natalie is actually being promoted up from chair-elect to chair of the chamber board next year. So another exciting opportunity for Natalie as well.
Awesome.
All right, up next we have Paul Stevenson, president of Clear Lake Bank and Trust, and he's going to share a couple of honors and awards that their organization has received recently. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. Thank you, Stacy, and Merry Christmas to everybody. I guess it's Clear Lake Bank and Trust Day at the Chamber Quarterly Coffee. So it's my pleasure to announce that Clear Lake Bank and Trust again has been identified as the top workplace in the state of Iowa by the Des Moines Register. This is the 10th consecutive year we've received this designation. So I just want to pause and just let everybody soak that in. 10 consecutive years being designated as a top workplace. That's phenomenal in my mind. There's only 6 other companies in the state of Iowa that have received that designation. So we're extremely happy about that. I also want to announce that we won the Reader's Choice Award from the Globe Gazette for having the best customer service. We want to thank all of North Iowa for their votes. And truly, this is just a testament to our employees that provide great customer service on a daily basis. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Stacy, the chamber staff, and the board for all their work this year and helping out our business community. It's not gone unnoticed, and we greatly appreciate it. So thank you. And again, Merry Christmas, everybody. Buy local.
Thanks, Paul. Congratulations to Clear Lake Bank and Trust. 10 years, you're right. That is an amazing honor. Up next, Kirk Mueller is going to share another award that was received by CLBT Insurance and Financial Services. Good morning, Kirk.
Good morning. First of all, just want to I just want to call foul on Chad just because he's wanting to pad those numbers. Though that didn't really count on the tally when he threw out that question because he knew he was not muted. So I'm calling foul on that. I'm the one that voted 0. I have confidence in everybody to work this system. So
so far, so good.
yeah, so CLB&T Insurance, just a quick little background. The agency's actually been part of the bank at Clear Lake Bank and Trust since 1941. It originally was named M.A. Arneson Insurance. And in 2006, they changed the name to CLB&T Insurance and Financial Services. So I'm excited to announce for 2 years in a row that we were voted the Globe Gazette insurance agency of the best insurance agency. And that's very humbling because I know there's a lot of great agencies in the area. I'm friends with a lot of the agents, and to be voted that, I credit being housed in Clear Lake Bank and Trust. It's a nice way to take care of customers and take care of all their financial needs under one roof. And probably, well, I have 3 reasons. I have 3 reasons that I feel we are voted that, and that is our staff: Tyler Weigel, Joe Greenlee, Colleen Snyder, second to none. They do a great job, and it's very exciting to get that award again. Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thanks, Kirk. All right, up next, we have Natalie Pleggy, who will be sharing a PPP update. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning. I will end the Clear Lake Bank and Trust team here. Just giving a quick update on the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program that was offered through the SBA. As the other bankers I'm sure can attest to on the call, we did see how this really significantly impacted our businesses this summer. It really helped them in times where maybe business was slower or they were shut down. It really gave them a boost that they needed in 2020. As many of you probably know, they're working on potentially another round, which is technically the 3rd round. There was 2 rounds back to back early on. The first round, there was $349 billion allocated to that, and the second round, $310 billion. They're still working out the details, as I'm sure most of you know, of the next round. It does sound like it will be maybe potentially a little bit smaller than the first 2 and more targeted. Maybe some thresholds in terms of a little bit smaller number of employees, which I would say most of the businesses that we helped would still fall under that threshold. And potentially having some revenue threshold or demonstrated where you've lost a certain percentage of revenue compared to the same quarter last year. But again, we really hear the same things that you do, and until a bill is officially passed, we don't know those exact guidelines. So we're just staying on top of it and watching what that next round is going to be. I just want to share a couple statistics on the PPP loans that we did. For the first 2 rounds, we did help 335 customers with loans totaling over $35 million. We've seen about half of our loans in terms of number of loans forgiven, and working through those with customers, and just reaching out to the ones that haven't. It's been really a pretty seamless process to work with that, or work through that forgiveness process. So if there's anyone that hasn't applied for forgiveness, it's been fairly painless, I will say. And it's been interesting. I'll add that some loans are forgiven within a couple days and some take a couple months. There's no rhyme or reason really to it. It's kind of all over the board. But we've had good response from the SBA on it.
Thanks, Natalie. Yeah, all of our banks worked in overdrive to support our business community and get those loans out the door to help them when things dried up. So we truly appreciate the efforts there. Up next, we have Becky and Joni from Central Gardens. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning. I don't know that I can see you, but that's okay.
That's okay. We can see you.
Okay. We wish to honor our outgoing president of Central Gardens, Troyce Fisher. Most of you know Troyce. She has served Central Gardens as our president for 5 years. Her administrative leadership, creating committee structures, writing grants, which are a valuable part of how we provide programming in the garden. She organized procedures for us and served on most committees are just a brief listing of what she has given to the gardens. Troyce is also a garden adopter and always ready to get her hands dirty during our down and dirty sessions. And Troyce was the original founder of our weekly picnics and performances, an 8-week free Sunday night concert series offered at Central Gardens. And most recently, she led the successful Central Gardens Upgrade 2020 capital campaign. So we will miss her talents at Central Gardens, and we thank her for her leadership and generous spirit. Thank you.
Thanks, Becky. I just would like to say that Troyce has been an outstanding asset to our community in terms of making that gardens a fantastic place to visit. So Troyce, I echo Becky's kind words and thank you for your service as president of the board there. Up next, we have the team from Laird Law Firm. Matthew Berry.
Good morning, everyone.
Michael. Good morning.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Matt Berry. In June of 1981, I came to Clear Lake and started a law practice. And this coming up June will be 40 years of practicing law. And during most of that time, I've been a member of the chamber and am glad. It's been a great investment for Clear Lake. We need a strong chamber to help our business community in Clear Lake. And another important part of having that strong business community is having local legal services available for people to turn to. This past September, I turned 65 and had the Medicare birthday. And during that process of turning 65, I decided that it was time to engage in some succession planning and making sure that we have a reputable law firm in Clear Lake to be able to serve my clients at some point in time in the future when I decide to retire. After looking at options, the Laird Law Firm, which has been in Mason City since 1938, and I decided that it would be really great to be able to join together. I'm not retiring, and I plan to continue to practice law in Clear Lake for a number of years. I'm really excited about this opportunity. They have also been voted for the Reader's Choice Award in the Mason City Globe-Gazette as the #1 law firm in this area for a number of years. And I'd like to turn it over to Mike Verbeck of the Laird Law Firm, who can tell you a little bit about the firm and what we're going to be doing together. Mike?
Good morning. We're definitely excited to have Matt join our firm and for our new location in Clear Lake, Iowa. Our firm and abstract company has now grown to 32 people coming from 13 different communities in North Iowa. So we are definitely a firm that kind of reaches out in North Iowa, and that's kind of how it works. We are obviously familiar with Clear Lake, many of its people and businesses, and also the community. One of the goals for us to come to Clear Lake is to provide convenient service for our clients and for our communities. One example I know we will definitely be doing is for any type of real estate transactions, abstracts can be dropped off and picked up at our office for Saragordo County. And also it obviously provides us another location to meet with our clients. The office will also be fully staffed. We will begin a remodeling project after the first of the year, and we hope that that is going to be completed sometime late spring, early summer. With Matt, we will continue to provide a wide range of legal services. We're excited to be here and a part of the Clear Lake community, and we look forward to get going. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on your partnership. Looking forward to getting to know you guys a little bit better. All right, up next, we have Brooke Bemler of the SBDC to provide an update on what's going on over there, as well as Papa John Entrepreneurial Center. Welcome, Brooke.
Good morning. What a great day. Great day to be here in North Central Iowa. And I'm here at the Papa John Center here at Nyack. And I just wanted to kind of reintroduce and talk about some of the services we offer here. First one is we offer free confidential counseling. So if you're having trouble with your business, want some answers, want to do some benchmarking, just questions, we're here for you. So give us a call, 641-422-4111. We can set you up as a client. Some of the key things about being a client is confidentiality and also payment. We are a free service to our community, so I want to make sure that people realize that we are here to help. We do have, we're pleased to announce that we just finished up the Fall Venture School. And it is an 8-week course for people either looking to expand their business or start a business. And Candy Cargens is in charge of that. She wasn't able to make it today, but I want to kind of point out, I want to thank Stacy and some of our people in our community who served as our judges. We only take 12 teams. You can apply now. The next class starts February 4th. We have anywhere from an innovative companies like the winner this year was a stock cropper, Zach Smith out of Hancock County, who put together a very unique way of regenerating an agriculture, small farm, 80 acres, how you can produce meat of different levels and also fertilizer for your crops, and it's just a phenomenal idea. We also had a company redoing 2 artist lofts, Elisha Marin, Susan Crane here in Mason City, the old YWCA building, putting together how that could be reused. We also had an honorable mention, 2 prizes there. The Laketown Market there in Clear Lake, Ashley Stokey and Joseph Jamsgard, Dave's Auto Center, basically looking at a new idea of adding to an existing business was for one, and the other one was a succession planning of a full service gas station. A lot of people don't even know what a full service gas station is. That's when someone comes out and says, may I help you? And fill your tank and clean your windshield, check your oil, things like that, that some people may not even know exists. There are still those full service gas stations within our community that will check and change your tires, those type of things. We also had an interesting pivot, a young lady from an immigrant from Mexico with a sweet pastry of mine, a Mexican pastry shop, looking at the markets and where to come in with that. She's an engineer who wanted to look at an alternative business that might blow up in the situation of how do we introduce a new product to the market. So anyway, if you call the Papa John Center, we only accept 12 teams. We would love to see how people can work within that. So again, 641-422-4111. The Papa John Center is here to help. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brooke. Again, this is an excellent resource to our region, and so much free counseling comes out of the Papa John Entrepreneur and the SBDC. So I would definitely advise you take advantage of them if you have any questions, or as the new stimulus or the new legislation is passed, they became experts really quickly the first time around and answered tons of questions. So they're just a great resource to us. Next, we're gonna have a few new members introduce themselves. In the last quarter, we've added 10 new members to the chamber, and we've got 3 here with us today. So first, I'd like to introduce Eric Stone of Stone's Bookkeeping to provide an introduction, and welcome to the chamber. Hi, Eric.
Good morning, Stacy. Thanks for having me today. Eric Stone with Stone's Bookkeeping. My specialty is QuickBooks Online, which I'm Pro Advisor certified in. I also have a bachelor's degree in accounting, so that gives me a very unique perspective on bookkeeping. I'd love to meet with anybody within the chamber and, have a great discussion about your books and how I can help you. Have a great Christmas, and thanks for having me.
Thanks, Eric. All right, up next we have Bob Lasher, LRI Graphics. Bob. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning, everybody. My name is Bob Laser, and my family owns LRI Graphics and Signs, and we're so excited to be new members. Our business helps businesses promote your brands to help grow your business through the use of high-impact graphics and signage like interior wall graphics, window clings, vehicle wraps, banners of all shapes and sizes, exterior lighted signs and monument signs that go out in front of your building, and now new high definition LED video boards that can be outside, really promoting your story and telling the new promotions maybe that your business has. To give you an idea of our capabilities, thought it might be fun to give you some examples of our recent projects. Locally, we're so proud to be working with Doug and his team at Clear Lake Schools to provide the new banners on the back of the bleachers at beautiful new Lions Field. The new Clear Lake Lions banners on the back of those bleachers were designed and printed and installed by our company. The new graphics in the Clear Lake High School gymnasium, it's really a neat update there. We put the new Lions and Lions graphics on the walls and new wall pads featuring those new logos there. At the baseball field, we've got the home of the Clear Lake Lions on the outfield at the baseball field. Refreshed the new scoreboard at Lions Field. It was kind of old and outdated. We updated it, made it look new again. So things like that. We do vehicle wraps. We're proud to have wrapped the newest Clear Lake police vehicle. And so anything that we can do to help you promote your business is really what we do. Excuse me. Some of the statewide projects that we've done with bowl season and the good seasons for Iowa State and Iowa. We did all of the rebrand at Jack Trice Stadium. So any of the graphics that you see at Jack Trice Stadium and signage there. A lot of things at Carver Hawkeye Arena, at the Knapp Center at Drake. And so just lots of statewide projects that we've done too. So next time that you're in the market to help promote your brand and your business, let me know. Let us know what we can do to help promote. We can help through any kinds of signs, graphics, banners, etc. We'd love to be of service. So happy to be a new member and look forward to getting to meet all of you.
Thanks, Bob. All right. Next, we have Anna, and she recently opened a brand new salon and spa here in Clear Lake, Blush Salon and Spa. Anna, are you with us this morning? All right, she was here earlier. Anna, if you are here and can get unmuted, we'll get you on here. But for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and move on to events and things of interest. We have Carrie Tisdale. She is the race director for Clear Lake. And just a quick reminder on some of the changes that'll be coming to the event this year. Good morning, Carrie.
Thanks, Stacy. Can you see me? You need me to start my video?
Yep, start your video, please.
Okay, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Carrie Tisdale. As Stacy mentioned, I'm one of the race directors for Clear Lake, and I know I spoke briefly at the last quarterly coffee, but I just thought I would give a quick reminder for anyone that's, first of all, considering signing up. The registration, early bird registration ends on December 31st. So share with your family and friends. We are, I think, about half full already. We do expect our race to fill and expect it to fill early in the year. So spread the word if you know of anyone that's kicking around the idea of racing at Clear Lake. The event date is Saturday, May 29th, which is Memorial Day weekend as well. We found that having our race on Labor Day weekend was really great for people that wanted to stay and enjoy Clear Lake. And so that's obviously a big initiative for Clear Lake. We want people to try Clear Lake, pun intended. Also, as Stacy mentioned, the updates for 2021, it's super exciting for us to announce that this is our 5th year and we are moving the entire venue to be downtown. As many of you know, previously the start was at State Park Beach and the finish line was downtown, which was really cool for an athlete, but at the same time, it was a little bit cumbersome for spectators to get from transition area to the finish line and be able to see what they wanted to see. So it's going to be very spectator friendly, very family friendly. We also feel that that will create a great atmosphere to showcase Clear Lake, our businesses, and the splash pad, City Beach, and all that. So the swim will actually go off of City Beach, and it'll be, the long course will be in an L shape. So it'll be great for spectators to actually watch along the seawall, possibly on the Lady of the Lake if we can make that happen. And transition area will be between the band shell and the seawall. So that whole side of the square on the street there, which will be really nice to have a cement, flat, solid transition area. The bike course will be on South Shore, 1 loop for the sprint course, 2 loops for the Olympic course. And so it'll be, you know, fast, very spectator friendly, fun to watch. And the run course will go out the other way and head along North Shore. So much of the race is going to showcase the lake and be right along the lake side, which is really awesome as an athlete. And our finish line experience will stay the same, just be a little bit bigger because there'll be more people there for the entire duration of the race. So thanks, Stacy, for doing this, for giving me a chance to give a quick update and spread the word, share our posts, and we look forward to having everyone hopefully involved, whether it's as an athlete or a volunteer or spectator.
Thanks, Carrie. You guys can let me know. I signed up for the Olympics, so whoever wants to race me can sign up for the Olympic distance too. All right, we've got Libby Hahn here, and she's going to provide a tourism update for us. Hi, Libby.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Wrapping up today's updates, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of our members who reserved a tourism partnership package. Rachel and I are both hard at work on the content, and Laura Meyer design with the design. We're going to be launching our 2021 visitor guide in March. We are also doing a major website refresh. So this is a great time to log into your chamber account, update that business information that we display on our business directory online. If you need help doing that, just shoot us an email and we'll help you get logged into your account where you can update all of that information. And we're really excited. This winter, we're also going to be doing a refresh and update of our visitor center. So stay tuned for that transformation.
Thanks, Libby. She's been working really hard on the visitor guide, and we're looking forward to launching that sometime in March, right?
Right.
All right. So we're waiting a little bit this year because there's still a little bit of uncertainty around all the things that are going to happen in 2021. So we're just delaying that launch a little bit. Before we close today, I just first of all want to say thank you to my team. My team has been outstanding this year. As many of you know, Christina retired earlier this year, or not retired, she resigned earlier this year to move to be closer to grandbabies, and both Libby and Trish have picked up her responsibility. So as we enter into 2021, we will be looking to backfill that administrative assistant position at the chamber. Also this quarter, Trish celebrated her 25th anniversary with the chamber. Who would have ever thought Trish would be celebrating her 25th anniversary as the events director with all of the canceled events? So Trish, thanks so much. You've done so much for the community. I want to try and do one thing here, Libby. If you want to give me the ability to share my screen, I have something to share here real quick. We'll see if we can do this. All right, I'm going to share my screen. So Trish has done so many great things in her career, and we razzed her a little bit because she had one miss. She has had one miss that I know of, and that has to do with a certain personality that she did not hire. So I thought I would share a message that this individual has for Trish with you guys, and you guys can all enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed it here.
Hi, Trish. Just coming to you from my tour bus. I'm joking. Trish, I'll come play anytime you want. It's okay. I don't blame you for not hiring me because why would you? Because I didn't win American Idol back then. But hit me up because I'd be happy to help you out. I hope that you like the picture and it's just a joke.
So earlier this week, I had the opportunity to meet Maddie Poppy, and Maddie recorded a short message for Trish because she is the one act that Trish was remiss in hiring back when Maddie was early in her career. So just a joke, Trish. I hope you enjoyed that. Everyone, thanks so much for attending today. I think that considering this was a virtual event, it went incredibly smoothly. We appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. We'll see you later.